Remember the 5th of November, because, shit. It's not even the 5th anymore. You know me, Sketchy, host of an improv sketch podcast and chronic procrastinator. Well look, I'm about 12 days late on giving you this treat of a Halloween episode, but hey, it wouldn't be a Halloween episode if it didn't come in the middle of November, right? So let's wind back the clock for a second time and think back on the times of ghouls and goblins, shrieks and frights, funny little bumps in the night, razors in apples, motherfucking fentanyl-packed Skittles boxes. Y'all, I'm still horny for Halloween, so you better buckle up, fam. Do you remember last year when one of my Halloween sketches was a werewolf in therapy? I do. I remember everything. Until I can figure out how to erase data. Anyway, let's check in on that guy and see how he's doing.
Hello and welcome to Castle Dracula, haha. It's a good name, everybody loves it. Okay, so tonight we're doing open mic comedy, which means anyone from the crowd can come up and do their own thing. It's very funny, it always works out great and everybody does well. Alright, so to start you off, I will introduce myself. I am the Count Dracula, Vlad. Yeah. Alright, we got some Vladdy lovers in the house, in the castle. I believe we have a lot of big names drop into Castle Dracula, haha. Yes, the only joke I wrote was the name of the place, and so I'm going to start the show. So coming up is one of our regulars. He's been here all 3 times we've opened. It is Mr. Lonnie Anderson, a werewolf.
All right, let's get going up in here. Let's all hear it for the Count, right? The Count. Oh, great job there, Mr. Count. What do you count? What are you counting? Your calories? Huh? What are you counting over there? Are you counting the pennies? Huh? From heaven? Oh, I better not say that here in your castle. As he said.
You not look like werewolf.
Thank you, Frank. Well, yes, that leads me into my bit. As you can see, I am a werewolf, but it is not currently a full moon, so I am still a human being. My name is Lonnie Anderson. Thanks, Count. Actually, my name was Lonnie Cheney. Honestly, felt 2 on the nose, and as a werewolf, I gotta tell you, I get hit on the nose too much as it is. See, I thought I was told there was gonna be a rim shot, but I guess I'll just I'll let the creaking of bones kind of be my punchline. So who traveled the farthest to be here tonight, huh? Who? Anyone?
Me think you did.
Thanks, Frank. Probably true. I am from Nebraska, so gotta tell you, it's a doozy getting here. So, speaking of, airplane food. Am I right? Like, it is. Oh boy. I gotta tell you, when you tell them that you have certain dietary restrictions, you think, oh hey, maybe they'll bring me, like a human foot. But no, it was just pretzels and nuts. I gotta tell you, how many people here hate it when you just want to drink a nice glass of blood and the bartender gives you Clamato? Don't you hate it when you can't get your bones white enough, and then you say to your wife, like, hey honey, where's the bleach? My bones are bone dry, brown. They're brown. And she's like, the bleach? I just gave it to those kids outside. Cause we, like witches don't like kids. Fuck.
This painful.
Well, my mom always taught me not to overstay your welcome. She always said, Lonnie, when people want you to leave, they'll tell you. And boy, you couldn't ask for a better crowd than you guys tonight. So give yourselves a big hand and give the Count a big hand too. Thank you.
All right, so there he is, Lonnie Cheney. I got it wrong. Anyway, so next up here at Castle Dracula, haha. Castle Dracula, haha. I will murder all of you. Laugh. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I know it is genuine. Coming up next to the mic, someone I'm only meeting here tonight. It's his first time. He is a ghost. Ghost, like the humans do. Laugh. Is a ghost named Barry.
Hey folks, thanks for coming out to Castle Dracula, and just wanted to say this is my first time up, so I don't know. Anybody else out there ever been a ghost? Okay, so you know what it's like. You guys know what it's like to just be like floating around and like in the house with people, right? And they don't see you, right? And they're always like thinking they're alone, right? And then they just are like gross. I mean, they're disgusting. They're like constantly passing wind. They're passing wind and picking their nostrils with their finger, and it's just horrible. It's horrible to be around. And that was my first chunk, and I have to say I think it went pretty well. So now I'm going to do a little crowd work. I'm loosening up a little bit. Over here, look at Frankenstein. I've heard we're supposed to be calling this guy Frankenstein's monster. From the looks of him, I'd rather call him Frankenstein's dog shit. Am I right? All right, anyway, this has been great. You've been great. I'm out of here. Barry the ghost.
Woo! Barry! Barry!
All right, give a hand for Barry. Don't give him actual hands. It's very messy to clean up afterwards. Coming up next to the mic, an old friend of mine. We have gone on many a caper together. The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Am I right? More like. Am I right?
All right, to close out the show, we are going to have a rapid fire joke contest. Anyone from the crowd can come up and say a single joke, and I will just point at them and compel them to. You do not have a choice. You have to come up here. This is mandatory, or I will fucking kill all of you. I'm the most powerful one here. By a lot. And everyone knows it. Anyway, we're here to have fun here at Castle Dracula. Haha. Alright, here we go. Starting out, we have a Bigfoot.
Hello. I bet everybody's looking at my big feet. That's better than looking at your mom's big ass.
Alright, that was Bigfoot. Moving right along, we have, let's see, who do we have out here? We have a gargoyle.
You know it sucks being turned to stone. Almost as much as it sucks waiting in line at Cold Stone Creamery.
Coming up next to the mic, we have the Loch Ness Monster all the way from Scotland.
Oh, you can't do a wee bit got your voice door.
Alright, give it up for the Loch Ness Monster. Moving right along, we have a Gorgon named Medusa.
Am I right, girls? There's just not enough men today. who don't completely turn to stone the second you look at them. At least that's the way that I see it, with my head full of snakes.
And to close out the show, we have a mummy and a leprechaun.
What are you going on about, you idiot?
Oh, if it isn't to be your old friend, Mr. Bandages.
I wear these bandages because they wrapped me in them when I died.
Oh, say there, Mummy, if that is your real name.
You know it's not my full name, Leprechaun. But anyway, what did you want from me?
I just had a question for you. Oh. What do you call Ryan Gosling in a mummy costume?
I don't know. What do you call Ryan Gosling in a mummy costume?
Oh, well, I dare say you call him Ryan Gosling.
For this I was awoken from my eternal slumber.
Oh, say it there, Mummy.
Oh, what, Leprechaun?
Oh, why didn't the mummy have any friends?
I don't know, because he did subpar stand-up with a leprechaun in public.
No, silly. It's because he was too wrapped up in himself.
Hey, Leprechaun, do you know what my favorite movie is?
Oh, no. Oh, why don't you tell me?
Why don't you guess, since you're so fucking smart?
Is it the mummy?
Good guess. But no. It's Mr. Mum.
That is the end of the show. Let's dance. I love this song.
When my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
Oof, I gotta tell you, it's never fun to bomb at a comedy show, is it? I once did stand up and fucking killed. But by that I mean I went amok and murdered everyone in the audience because they weren't laughing at my jokes. Oh well. Robot problems. You guys get it. I liked the mummy and leprechaun though. I'd actually pay to see them do some material. Okay, on to the next thing. I was driving by this carnival the other day and noticed their haunted house was under renovations. I wonder how that's going.
All right, so are you Mrs. McGillicuddy?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm Mickey. I'm the contractor working on the house here, and we ran into a few problems.
Yeah, I can see that. Why did work stop?
Well, you see, we went into the first room. First room was fine. We got it done perfectly. It's great. It's like the Mona Lisa of vestibules. Looks perfect. Now, the thing we encountered, there seemed to have, like, sometimes when you do contract work on old houses, right, you encounter bats, right? You encounter some bats. That's perfectly fine. But this was an amount of bats I was not prepared for.
Okay, but the bats are not related to the work you were hired to do. The bats are supposed to be there.
They're supposed to be there.
They're just supposed to be bats. It's a haunted house ride.
It's a ride.
We need the bats to be there.
Did
you do something to the bats?
No. The bats are fine. The bats are perfectly fine. We could get them back. My next point on my list here, because I got it's quite a list. The amount of skeletons that were in the house.
And again, this is a haunted house ride, and there are supposed to be skeletons.
A haunted house ride.
Did
All right.
someone say skeletons?
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Uncle Skeleton.
Uncle Skeleton, yes.
Hi,
Oh, it's
thank
your
you.
uncle.
Thank you for
That's
coming.
cool.
It's my preferred nom de plume. Uncle Skeleton. Pleasure to meet you. Here, take my hand. It's moist.
Oh, that is surprisingly wet. That
you
is
shouldn't
very
have-
wet.
Clammy,
Shouldn't
if
have
you
touched
will.
Oh, I might have ruined my clipboard here.
What's this I hear about my bats missing?
Oh no, they're not missing. We can get them back. It's perfectly
Okay.
fine.
When? Today?
I don't know about today, you see, because...
Okay, and where are the skeletons? Are they with the bats?
Yes,
most
I'm very
likely
curious about
they're with
that.
the bats. I don't know how close they are to the bats. They might be a bit spread out from them.
My question is,
in like,
how many skeletons did you count in your excursion?
I lost count, actually. We were kind of just...
Right answer.
Shucking them in the truck.
Shucking them? That's disgusting.
Yeah. It was pretty gross. But we could probably get them back.
Here's the thing. What's your name? I didn't catch it. I just pulled up in my hearse Cadillac. I don't know if you heard me coming. I was playing the Monster Mash on repeat. It's what I listen to all year long.
Yeah, I'm Mickey Twitonis.
Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey Twitonis from Twitonis Contracting.
Pleasure to meet you, Mickey. Here, take my hand.
I already did before,
Take it again.
sir. I really don't want to.
It's hot this time. Here's the thing, Mickey. It's September 1st. I've got a lot of kitties to jam in there.
So now you want cats in there too, or?
No, you misunderstand. I run a haunted house for boys and girls, spooks for all ages. But if we're really being specific about it for tax reasons, ages 5 through 13.
Yeah, Mr. Skeleton.
Skeleton, uncle.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said. We seem to have had a miscommunication at the beginning of the contract where
I dare say we have.
We thought it was for a house, a
Yes.
normal house reno.
Yeah.
It's short for renovation.
Yeah.
It's a haunted house.
It's a haunted
Not a-
house.
That's
Not
where
a
the
normal house, a haunted
miscommunication
house.
came in.
It says it on top of the doorway.
Well, we thought it was going to be
Spookatorium.
we thought it was going to be a complete gut and rehab.
Ooh, I like the word gut.
I don't like the word rehab.
Yeah.
On the same page once again,
We're
Claire.
about halfway done.
She gets me.
I mean, you got like great marble countertops in the kitchen and stuff, but
The kitchen? Oh, you mean the crematorium?
yeah, we were a bit surprised that you'd have an oven so large.
Many of them. They're sized for bodies. They don't actually work. Did you make them work?
They work now. We thought it was a home rehab.
Ooh, OSHA's going to have a field day with
That's
this
a
one.
little bit too spooky.
That's bad. We don't want to cook children.
Well, you know what?
we don't.
We don't. Just checking.
Well, you know, like my father, when he started this business, you know, old Papa Twitones, he always said, like, spooky's not our business due to a bad experience he had when he was a kid.
Mickey.
And,
Mickey.
yeah.
Tutones? Is that Greek?
Twitones.
Tutones.
It's Italian.
Mediterranean. Let's just settle on that. Here's the thing. I have a deadline. October 31st. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's Halloween.
Yeah,
I
I'm
need to
aware
get
of the
a lot
holiday,
of-
sir.
I need to get a lot of spooks and scares and chills and frights just jam-packed in there, into that haunted house. I've got my spook guy waiting in the wings.
So you
It
mean
is
that
I, Quimius Brixton, procurer of spookies and ookies.
Oh, there's another one.
Quimius has been waiting for positively days to get in there, get his hands slimy.
When I brought my spookies and ookies to this establishment, I offloaded them from the truck on the day specified on the contract. You, sir, are well beyond the date specified on the contract.
Well, we thought it was trash.
I'm not done raising my voice even higher and being infuriated with the situation. I have 13 cages of angry leprechauns who are positively starving and sweating in the heat as they sit in cages upon the lawn. And before you say those cages don't look safe, I assure you, I only use what some call the Mona Lisa of cages for my angry leprechauns.
The Mona Lisa of cages? Don't you mean the scream?
Ooh,
Ooh, this guy gets it.
Uncle Skeleton, once again,
Oh,
you've
wait.
saved my mood with your japes.
I get it. Yeah,
five.
munch, right?
Excuse me?
Munch. Munch is the scream.
You're not involved.
All right. Fine.
We're on a whole different
Guess
tip,
you-
as you can see.
We're two of a kind.
Guess you don't want my guys sifted through a landfill.
What
for all
else
your
did you
skeletons.
change? Okay, so you need to get the bats and skeletons back and stop the crematorium from being a real crematorium.
Take the ovens out.
For all
Make it
intents and
safe.
Take the
purposes,
ovens out, make them fake ovens. What else did you change?
for all intents and purposes, it's a house you could live in.
Hang on. What about the dragon?
So we're gonna have squatters now. That's what you're telling me.
Well, no. It's way too nice for squatters.
Ooh, that
all right?
sounds disgusting.
Technically, angry leprechauns do seek out dark corners to squat.
Ain't a dark corner in the whole place. We painted it all white.
You painted it all white.
Great snakes!
It embiggens the space.
But let me finish. I brought some great snakes to the house as well.
Everything inside should have been painted black, like my soul.
Well, there was a miscommunication. When
If everything's
we worked out
painted
the
white,
contract.
you'll be able to see the strings from which the vampire bats pop.
Yeah, all those strings are cut, sir.
Excuse me. What about the giant swirling eyeball? The one that you can't help but look at and then lose your mind.
Before he says anything, I want to say right now, if he did anything to the giant swirling eyeball, Quimius Prixton.
Quimius.
Prixton, procurer of spookies and ookies, will lose my shit!
Quimius, calm yourself. Claire and I have this under control. Tell me, Mickey, two-tones.
Tutones.
Tutones.
Yeah, fine.
Mickey, tell me something.
What do you want me to tell you? There was a miscommunication.
The giant indoor pond, in which was filled 500 gallons of green jello for the purposes of my grand finale, where I, dressed as Uncle Skeleton the Vanquisher, in regalia, would emerge to scare the children right before they exit my ride. Tell me, Mickey, is that pond still there? And is the jello still intact?
We thought it was sewage damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Uncle.
Quimius.
Uncle.
Quimius, I don't know if I can go on.
Uncle.
Quimius, it's
Uncle.
my whole life, Quimius.
Uncle.
This is all I do, Quimius.
Uncle, let me take your hand.
Take it, it's clammy.
Can I take the other one? I like the gag you do where someone says, "May I take your hand?" and then it breaks off when you give it to them. It's one of my favorite things in all the world.
All right, take my left hand. It came off.
You see, Skeleton, you do bring joy to this
Uncle.
world. Skeleton.
Call me by my full name, Quimius.
Uncle Skeleton.
Thank you.
My oldest friend.
You know me like no other.
That's world building that I just did. You're my oldest friend. Come with me.
Where are we going?
We're going down to the cage in which I keep my griffin. We're going to see if he yet lives. And if he does, I guarantee it will bring a smile to that old face again.
Well.
And I don't mean your face. I mean the old face I keep in a cage with my griffin.
Oh, Quimius, you always did know how to cheer up an old, disgusting fool.
If I didn't know how to do that, I wouldn't be worth my weight in blood and bone and muscle, which is basically my weight.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Claire, Quimius and I are off to see the face and the griffin. You handle Mickey. Turn this house haunted again.
All right, thanks a lot. That was really helpful.
And thus began the legend of Uncle Skeleton and Quimius Prixton and the face and the griffin.
Huzzah!
All right, yeah, go do that. I'll fucking deal with the contractor.
All right, so you want me to just...
Just ignore them. They're gonna frolic creepily for a while.
They seem like they're having a good time.
They're having the best time. So when can we re-haunt this house?
Well, my guys, they normally don't work Saturdays, but I guess we could go and get all the trash and put all the trash back.
Yes. That is what I would like. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, the only confusing thing at this point is, like, why was I hired at all?
My heart soars.
We just needed you to put a ceiling fan in.
This has happened before.
Aw shit, y'all. Secret Uncle Skeleton sketch disguised as a contractor bit. I love it. I love Uncle Skeleton. I'm picturing him dry and wet at the same time somehow. He's like Schrodinger's creepy dude. Okay, well look, we've had a lot of spooky laughs and chilling fun today already, but it's time to pay my dollar bills, with a Z, so let's go to commercial. This week's episode of The Sketchy Show is brought to you by Halloweenies.
Hey there, do you like strip clubs?
Hey there, do you like men?
Hey there, do you like pasties shaped like little bats?
And pumpkins?
And ghosts?
And skeletons?
Well, have we got the place for you. Introducing Halloweenies, the only all-male, all-Halloween-themed strip club in the Kansas City area.
We don't even know if we mean everyone who works here is male, or everyone who enters the doors has to be male. But come on down and find out with us.
Halloweenies, the only strip club in town.
Yeah, stop there. It's the only strip club in town.
Do you ever go to cookouts and see those little tiny shrunken hot dogs that people eat?
Halloweenies, do you like a bar where every cocktail needlessly has dry ice in it?
Do you like a bar where we put up the decorations one year around Halloween, then change the name of the place because that was easier to do than taking down the decorations?
Halloweenies, the only all-male Halloween strip club you'll find for 1 month out of the year inside an abandoned Pepsi factory.
Come down to Halloweenies and search around, because you might find a crate of abandoned Pepsis.
Halloweenies, do you understand the deals you can get at Party City the week after Halloween? You can totally decorate your entire bar by shopping at Party City right after Halloween. It's so cheap.
Halloweenies, the only establishment that can answer the question, is it sexy to watch someone dance to the Cramps?
Furry underwear, snakeskin underwear, underwear with horns on it, underwear with spikes on it. We've got all the different kinds of underwear, and our dancers are willing to wear it all for you.
Underwear?
Under there.
Under hair?
You know it.
Under scared. Only at Halloweenies. We're only here for 1 month a year. The other 11 months of the year, it's something else.
That's the Halloweenies promise.
We won't be here in a month.
Horny for spooks on Thanksgiving? Too bad.
Because the rest of the time, it's a Liberty Tax Services.
Is that a fun-sized snicker in your G-string? Or are you happy to see me? Hey, it's both.
Halloweenies, the only purveyor of coffin hammocks. That's just what we call banana hammocks because we are Halloween themed.
Halloweenies, where I, the other owner, suggested we call them dick coffins. But instead we've gone with, what is it?
Coffin hammocks.
Coffin hammocks. You can be the judge.
Halloweenies. I just thought dick coffins might conjure up images of dead penises. And no one wants that to grind on them. Especially our clientele.
Halloweenies, where no one really took my idea of sarcophaguses seriously.
Halloweenies, where sarcophagus was agreed upon as a good bit of wordplay, but a lot of letters that when you put all of that on a G-string, it's kind of small and it's harder to read from across the room.
And honestly, frankly, you know, it would also conjure up images of ancient Egypt, and that's an entire other thing that we would have to be themed, and it gets pretty expensive shipping in that much gold to build a sarcophagus.
Halloweenies, where we have thongs called askets.
Halloweenies, where I still think we could do something with Dick Coffin because I got that cartoonist to design a character called Dick Coffin, which is a little cartoon penis who's always coughing.
Halloweenies, why don't you just change your goddamn name to Dick Coffin if you like it so much?
Halloweenies. That's ridiculous. Halloweenies.
I cannot wait to go to Halloweenies. I'm going to roughly shove money down the underpants of every dude there. Even if they're not strippers, I'm just gonna do it. Fucking try and stop me. I'm a cold metal killing machine, baby. Baby. Whippity wow, I'm gonna have fun at literally any cost. Okay, whoa, I got too excited thinking about spooky dicks. Let's all calm down. We're going to close out the show with a visit to my favorite place in the world. Camp Happiness. Let's go.
All right. New counselors, if y'all want to take a knee or whatever you prefer. Maybe a crisscross applesauce. Doesn't have to be a circle. It could be any sort of loose formation you want. I just want to make sure everyone could hear me. My name is Felix. I am the lead counselor here at Camp Mutilation. And I just want to lay down some ground rules for the newcomers here, which is all of you. because we had no one returning from last year.
Felix?
Yeah, you, Timmy.
I thought this camp was called Camp Happiness. What happened to the name?
It was formerly called Camp Happiness, but about 2 years ago we switched to Camp Mutilation due to all of the mutilations that happened to the counselors, and we decided to lead into it.
Okay, alright, I guess that makes sense.
Alright, so going forward, I'm gonna go through a series of rules that you all should follow so you don't get, mutilated. We want no patty cake between any of yous. Alright?
Felix.
Yeah, knives.
I was just wondering, when you say no patty cake, what if it's a situation where you don't expect there to be patty cake, but then suddenly, there's patty cake?
Honestly, I would avoid it at all cost, because as you're about to hear, there are consequences to violating these rules. You over there with the lazy eye. What was your name again there, Lazy Eye?
Lazy Eye!
What else would it be?
That was a good guess on my part. I've been doing this a long time.
Oh, can't you see what I look like? Oh, Jesus!
Excuse me, Felix. Felix?
Yes, Tammy.
Yeah, hi, Felix. I just want to know if we're allowed to fuck in our bunks.
That's like the number one no-no.
What?
Alright, so I'm gonna elaborate on why we had these rules to begin with. Basically, anything that could possibly be perceived as a sin, it's gonna end badly for you. You're gonna have a bad time.
Why? Good question, Margaret. Thanks, Patty. I'm always here for you.
So about 15 or so years ago, there was a little kid here named Jackson Feinstein that, he was deaf in one ear. And he happened to have gotten ran over by a hayride.
Oh, no.
Jeez, oh, man.
And because the counselors weren't paying attention. So ever since then, we don't know if it's a ghost, an apparition, but he came back and he started murdering counselors. He's been shot several times, stabbed at least 8 times. I think one time he got struck by lightning. Another time they tried drowning him, but surprisingly strong swimmer.
I heard someone blew his head up like a balloon. Good point, Margaret. Thanks, Patty. Always got your back.
And yeah, so if you ever break any one of these rules, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. So we want to avoid that at all costs. It's an insurance issue. All right, yeah, you Jonesy.
Yes. As the British Exchange Counselor, I was just wondering, whence is there tea time here at the camp? Because back in the Queen's Grace days, which is what I call my hometown, we would have high tea time at 4 p.m.
Sounds a bit late for high tea.
And if this Jackson, what was his name, Feinstein, if he was attacking during high tea time, well, I don't know. I dare say I might have to find a different summer camp to counselor.
Well, look, as long as you don't break the rules, you should be fine. He'll leave you alone. You right there in the front.
It's me, Knives! I just came up to the front so that you could see me flipping my butterfly knives.
Oh, you tell him, Knives!
Does it count as a sin if you're constantly flipping a butterfly knife in each hand, opening and closing it, and brandishing the knife at like everybody you see?
Well, are you threatening anyone with it, or
Well, this gets into an interesting area of query. Some people think that embrandishment equals threatenment. But I don't subscribe to that philosophy. What do you say, Felix? Woo!
That's a new one there. I honestly don't know. I will say that if Jackson finds you and you try to use the butterflies on him, it's not gonna work. All right, yeah, you there, Tammy.
Hey, so I just want to know, what kind of things constitute sins? Because me and Patricia were just talking, and there's a couple of hunky hunks here.
You can call me Patty.
What are you, 5?
Just like Margaret does. Just call me Patty.
All right, Patty. I was just saying that there's some real hunkaroo break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar guys here.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bit upset that the agency sent us a bunch of good-looking people.
Yeah, everyone here is good-looking, and I don't know how I'm gonna keep it in my tiny little short shorts.
Yeah, also, there was a dress code. Those shorts are too short. That shirt's too tight. Yeah, you there, Ronald.
Hello. It's Ronald. Ronald.
Yeah. That's what I said.
No, Ronald. I believe you used the popular pronunciation of my name, which is Ronald, but many people miss that it's Ronald.
Yes, that's what I said.
Ronald.
Ronald?
It's Ronald.
Ronald?
Your question, please?
It's Ronald. Anyway, I was sitting here wondering about something, and I was hoping you could help me out with a few answers. Since you seem to be the man with all the answers today, Mr. Felix.
Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
Well, people have established that this killer has a way of choosing his victims that might have to do with sins, or maybe he even sometimes chooses somebody who's just a little bit outside the group, you know? Like, does he ever prioritize a kind of nervous Nelly kind of fellow who just, has lots of questions he wants answered, but doesn't have a lot of friends, and sometimes he's just, he's one to ramble in front of a crowd?
Oh God, he's talking about me!
I was actually referring to myself. I was referring to old Ronald.
Okay, so in my experience here, it seems to me that it depends on how annoying of a person you are.
So would you say that the more annoying person dies sooner or later?
It's really a toss-up there, Ron.
Oh, dear.
Oh boy! Thank God I'm not annoying!
Is that you, Cletus?
Oh!
All right, so I think we can establish that Ronald's gonna get mutilated immediately.
Excuse, hello?
Yes, your name, hold on, I'm looking at your name tag there.
It's long, it's okay.
It's Ivanka.
Yeah, Ivanka
yes,
for short, yes.
Ivanka.
Felix.
Yeah.
Felix, you say we cannot fuck in the bunks, but what about the mouth stuff?
That's also a big no-no. But like, we basically have.
What about the fingers?
We basically have a
Yeah.
blanket.
What about the fingers? No,
fingers.
All right.
Hands.
Yeah.
All right. Look.
What if we want to
get
put our
it.
fingers in like someone's anything?
What you didn't say about the mouth.
Excuse me, Mr. Felix. I'm a little worried because I signed up for this thing and I'm horny.
Yes, I wanted to have real American summer.
It tends to be the only people we attract.
Yeah, I like, my ex-boyfriend Chad is here, and I just wanted to show him that I can, fuck his friends.
We have a blanket no nookie policy.
What if you do it outside of the bunk?
Any sort of insertion, as opposed to one thing going into another thing, that's gonna get you killed.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Felix, counselor man.
Yes, Kyle.
Yeah. What's the rules on like paraphernalia, like marijuana or like booze or stuff? Because I gotta say, I brought like a keg, and I already told Ivanka and Tammy and Ronald that I was gonna like tap it, and we were gonna like tap each other. So is that cool?
All right, you see that's number 2. If you'd let me go to the next rule, I would have covered that. Number 2 is no narcotics.
What?
No beer, no booze.
What?
Nothing that's gonna alter your mental state.
No beer? Oh, bogus.
I did have a few other questions for you, though, Mr. Felix, if you would listen.
All right, go ahead and shoot.
All right. Question number 2 by Ronald. I hope you don't mind if I'm reading from this piece of paper that I have brought with me so that I do not forget any of my pertinent questions.
Oh my God, he's got such a huge piece of paper.
Is that a bit more like a scroll?
Back where I come from, a question such as that is considered impolite.
It looks like a nice piece of vellum.
My second question, it has to do with the ironic nature of the kills.
You're kind of tempting fate in that situation.
So would you say, what are the chances a man such as Mr. Knives, all due respect to you, my good sir, what chances does he have to perhaps get the drop on the killer and find out who was the better man, if we shall phrase it so indelicate?
Basically, any weapon you use against the guy, he's just gonna turn around and use on you. It's kind of like his whole thing. We have a very firm no pranks policy, because more often than not, if you prank...
This is turning into a real bummer.
Everyone calm down. Let me explain. More often than not, if you prank another one of the counselors, you will be killed in a somewhat ironic way in regards to the prank that you did. We had one counselor a year ago threw a firecracker into another counselor's bunk, and then he ended up getting killed by having firecrackers shoved up his, you know.
I thought you said no penetration. Come on.
Felix, hello?
What was that?
Excuse me?
Yes, Broomhilda.
Yes, thank you. That is my full German name. I was wondering why no one has tried to shoot this guy, or do y'all liberal snowflakes just not believe in guns up here?
Rest assured that we have tried to shoot this guy a number of ways. We even had one counselor who brought a bottle rocket to camp and then aimed the bottle rocket at the mutilator, and it did nothing to stop him. In fact, he killed him with that same bottle rocket.
Well, the problem is using a bottle rocket. I mean, you want to use like a solid rifle. Now, on my daddy's farm, I shoot coyotes all the time. I bet I can get rid of this guy before camp even starts for the summer.
You're more than welcome to try.
I'm friends with Broomhilda, and I can contest that she knows what she's talking about. Yeehaw!
Thanks, Cletus.
You're welcome, Broomhilda. I'll be here in my overalls and nothing else for whatever you want to do, whatever.
All right, you're more than welcome to try that. It's going to end with you getting mutilated and leaving your other counselors with more work to do. Lights on, lights off. The guy's going to get you. All right, this is why we have these rules. Okay, yeah, you, Horatio.
Yeah, I wanted to get back to the whole topic of like what we can and can't do vis-a-vis our young bodies.
Like I stated before, none of that. None of the young bodies things.
No, I just wanted. I'm just saying. I had like a bet with my back home buddy Jeremiah, and he was like, "You've never seen a nipple," and I was like, "Yeah, I totally have." But Felix, can I confess something to you?
He totally hasn't. It's me, Jeremiah. Surprise, surprise,
Jeremiah,
buddy.
you chode.
I've been watching him like a hawk ever since we had that conversation, and it never happened.
Saying that word is riding a fine line. I wouldn't even curse here.
Excuse me, Felix. Is that you? Is that you talking there, Felix?
Ladies and gentlemen
Felix?
of the new counselors, this is our groundskeeper,
Yes.
Jasper.
Yes, my name's Jasper Softball. I just want to talk to you kids about this menace that's befallen. Oh, dear Camp. Oh, Camp Happiness. I was here years ago when this all started. Jackson Feinstein. Oh, he was so deaf in that one ear. He never heard that hayride coming. Oh, it was such a tragedy. I saw the whole thing happen with my own 2 eyes. And then I saw the horrors that befell this camp. Year after year. They tried to open it. They tried in 1982. They tried in 1983. They tried in 1984. They tried basically every year up until this current
Jasper,
year.
tell them why they should follow the rules.
I'll get to it, Felix. Sometimes it happened here. Sometimes it happened down the road in Brooks Hollow. You know, that spooky town nearby. One time it happened in Chicago. That was weird. I guess he took the highway. Maybe he hitchhiked. I don't know, people got tired of the story and so they had to reinvent it. And now it's happening again. It happened last year, just like it's happening right now to a bunch of you young people. I can see it in your eyes. You're gonna have sex and he's gonna come. Oh God, he's gonna kill you. I'm just here to tell you. Oh God, please, think of yourselves. Think of your lives. Please don't do it. Don't do what your bodies want to do. Your bodies, your hormones. You feel it. Your bodies are hot, and they're young, and they're so good. And, oh, my God, they're so smooth. they're so smooth, and oh, the young women, you got no wrinkles on you. Your breasts are so small, but they're so pert. And the young men, you're so muscular. I bet your penises are just, I bet you're all showers and growers. Oh, my God. Oh, it's just doing numbers to my psyche. And Jackson, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. Cause you're so sexy.
You're gonna have a bad time if you just do anything wrong whatsoever.
Mr. Felix.
Ronald. Yeah. Doing a little drum solo there, are you?
Have you ever seen that movie? Where they say, "Not my tempo"?
I have no clue what you're talking about there, you weird little fellow.
I've been called worse. And before breakfast. Oh, Ronald, I'm going to jot that one down if you don't mind. I appear to have forgotten my question. What just happened?
Felix.
Yeah.
Hello, Felix. Yeah, thank you. Does the Jordan, does he ever kill Jackson? I don't know. Does Jackson ever kill like the kids, or is it just the counselors?
Well, that's a very good question. funnily enough, the campers are fine. He leaves them alone. It's pretty much.
Great. So they get to fuck in the bunks, but we don't.
Well, they're kids, and
I signed up for a classic all-American summer, and this is turning into a real bogus, dude.
I tell you right now, Miss Rusky, it doesn't get more American than going to a camp and the counselors getting mutilated. All right, so counselors, do you all hear that noise just now? The whole ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. You all hear that?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, see, you hear that, don't break the rules. That means the guy is near. All right, that's the noise he makes.
Who?
Jackson Feinstein. Ronaldo.
Ronald?
Yep.
Ronald.
We're gonna have a problem, aren't we?
Especially later in the week when we are joined by my twin brother, Rommel.
Oh, there's two of you. Okay, so like when you hear the ch-ch-ch-ch-ch,
That's what I was about to ask about.
what's your question?
I'm hearing it. Now,
Yeah.
do we all hear it, or just those of us who perhaps the killer is closest to? Or I was just wondering.
Everyone raise your hand if you hear the ch-ch-ch-ch.
Yeah, who else can hear?
Okay, so everyone can hear it. All right,
Okay.
that means you're in danger.
Well, I can. It's almost like someone's breathing on my neck. How you know, as a knife enters the body, I tend to wonder.
Okay, so
Why?
as you other counselors could see,
Why?
he has already claimed the victim.
Why is this happening
God,
to me?
bogus,
Why is
dude.
it gutting
We
me,
gotta get
sir?
out of
And
here.
yeah, he is
Real
wearing a
stab.
samurai mask.
Were we correct earlier about it being some
That's
kind of
disgusting.
sin or something? Was my sin hubris? Was my sin hubris, sir? I must know. My mother always said my sin was extravagance.
All right, so the main thing here is don't interrupt him. He has to finish. If you interrupt him, then you're just painting a target on your forehead.
I just
and
know
he'll
my
kill you
sin
too.
wasn't gluttony because I ate like a bird from day one.
And the other thing, like if we just pretend he isn't here, he will walk away very
I
slowly.
think I am very close to death now.
If you turn around, he will be right behind you. It
But I
is
still
very
have so
frightening.
many questions, Mr. Felix. Maybe you could come in close and listen to me for just a little while.
I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna follow the rules. If everyone just wanna give him, I don't know, a little 5-foot circle around him, let the guy finish his job.
You know, I would say it was a good life, but I think we all know it wasn't.
I also want to remind everyone that you all signed a waiver. Camp Mutilation cannot be held responsible for anything that happens to you while employed here. And wait, are you two over there necking? All right, here we go. So this is the beginning of a spree.
Oh, nipple.
All right, no one look at the nipple. Don't even say nipple.
Two nipples.
Just look away. You'll be fine. Oh, no, there he goes. There he goes. Classic Jake. As you can see, the one person he's killing right now is wearing a puka necklace. He's now strangling him with the puka necklace. He really just uses what's at hand. All right, so there we go. 3 people down already because they broke the rules.
I got knives in my ears.
Yep, there went knives. Okay, we saw that one coming. I think everyone saw that coming. Raise your hand if you saw that coming. All right, that's mostly everyone. Okay. All right, you sir in the back in...
My name's Ronald. I've come here looking for my brother, Ronald.
Oh, great.
Got some great news for him about our inheritance.
Oh, well, I guess it's great news for you. You're going to be the sole inheritor.
All right.
Felix, it's Doris, the lunch lady. I just have one quick question, and then I'll get out of you, Hannah.
Doris, how many years have you worked here? Why are you asking a question?
Because the last 3 summers you've only bought 1 vegetable for the whole season, and I'm just wondering if you maybe sprung for a couple more, or is it Lima Bean City all over again?
I brought a single cabbage.
Great.
Cabbage delivery. Yeah, coming through.
Well,
We got 2 men delivering 1 cabbage. That's how it goes. 2 men delivering 1 cabbage.
Okay, so I need the counselor's help to unload this delivery, and then we'll...
Probably won't take that many people to unload this. It's not that much, honestly. It's just a single cabbage.
let me guess, is it also bruised?
Is it bruised? Oh, boy, Doris. It's bruised beyond imagination.
Great. That's the Camp Mutilation way.
It's just a single cabbage. It's not even in a box. If you see, I've got it right here in my hands. See, it's just a single cabbage for you. Both of us have 2 hands on it, so there's 4 hands holding this cabbage.
Not even wrapped.
No, I know. It's just a cabbage. It's actually a bit of an act of pantomime. Me and my friend coming in here, mutually holding this cabbage. You can see we kind of got 4 hands on it. when really one hand would do. It's a decent sized cabbage, but as you can see, sometimes our fingers overlap and touch on the cabbage.
We've
been doing this trick for years. It's sort of a bit of a performance thing. I think it's a reason why a lot of people use this cabbage delivery company. People love it. Usually they love it. Yeah, they usually love it.
I wouldn't recommend touching each other while you're on the premises.
Oh, it's okay. This is my oldest friend in the world.
Yeah, I would still err on the side of caution. You weren't here for my whole orientation before, but we do have some ground rules.
Not interested, bud. I just got your cabbage right here. Where you want? On the floor? Where you want it? On the floor?
I guess I'll take it.
Just drop it on the floor, thank you.
Thump. There you go.
Yeah, it would be best if you left.
We gotta go. We got a lot of other cabbage deliveries. Actually, we've got a lot of other single cabbage deliveries. Because like I said, it's a hot ticket. People love it. People love it. We come in with these old-timey uniforms on. People love it. We've got this old-world demeanor. We bow. We say things like, hello, governor, and things like that. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Everyone loves it. They love it. Hello, my ragtime gal. Yeah, you know Doris. That's if we ever see a ragtime gal. You don't always see one of those. See you next year, Doris. I hope you survive this one.
Well, I have so far. Take it sleazy.
Take it sleazy. Oh, that Doris. She's a Class A gal, right, Chuck? Yeah, Doris. They don't make them like that anymore. Oh, they should no. They should don't make them like Doris anymore. I tell you what. If they did make one like that now, I bet people would say, "Don't do that. Don't make one like that." No, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't want no Doris. I want like a Tiffany or some shit." They'd be like, "Oh, make sure she's only weighs 90 pounds, not like Doris, built like a fucking tree trunk." Not like you need a bunch of Dorises out in the world. I mean, I love her, but even I think, it'd be a risky proposition if the world was just full of Dorises jumping out at every occasion. Oh, I tell you what, if the world was full of Dorises, I'd be a happy Bobby, I'll tell you that much. I'm already, what can I say? I'm already a happy Bobby, happily married, 37 years. God, I love her. Yeah, there's a lot of love there. Yeah. I can see that. Here we are walking in the woods. Yeah, just two friends walking in the woods. Wait a minute, when did we get to the woods? Oh, holy shit. How did we get out here? I was so caught up talking about the old times, I just kept walking. You hear that, like, chit, kind of a ha, chit. Oh, shit. Chuck. What, Bobby? Can I ask you something? Now, Bobby, I've told you almost every day that you can ask me anything you want to ask a guy. Just don't really put an axe in me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boy, I would never put an axe in you. What a weird thing to say. Boy, I would hate that. That's almost like an ironic thing to say. Hey, Chuck. Yeah, Bobby. Do you have a crush on anyone right now? Do I have a crush on anyone right now? You gotta tell me the truth. We're in the woods. That's the rules. So let me think, because, there's a lot of people that I'm sort of, is there anyone, you spend a lot of time with? There's people that I sort of think about, and that I... Yeah, but is there anyone you see on, a day-to-day basis, every single day during the work week? You mean the kind of person who's right there in front of me all along, that I didn't notice was there, and then when I notice it, it's gonna be like, oh, that was always there, why didn't I? My whole life could have been different, my whole life could have been better if I was this person. Oh, I could have been different kind of thing, like, well, what if this, what if? I mean, I don't have that, but I suppose by its nature, that's not something you have until too late, and then you get to do all that stuff I just said. You get to, say, oh, God, I should have known sooner and all that. But no, I don't have that. You have that? Chuck, I'm trying to say, oh, God, oh, I've been stabbed with an axe. Someone's taken an axe, and they've swung it not like overhand, like the way you cut wood, but they've swung it like underhand, like underneath, like the way you'd hit a golf ball, and done that right up into my back. It's coming out my front. Turn around, let me see that. Look at this shit. Oh boy. Feels like there's an axe handle sticking out of me, right? Oh boy, that looks like it hurts. Chuck, I don't mean to alarm you right now, but there's a very tall, broad man in a samurai max. He's wearing a max? He's a samurai max, and he's standing right behind you. Oh boy, he's so tall and big, and he's holding up a broken off tree limb. Oh God, if he beats me to death with it. I think we see where this is going, right? Oh no. Oh jeez. Gosh, what a way to go. Oh God. I mean, really, this is sort of annoying. Can you believe this? I mean, I sort of feel like I was right on the cusp of realizing something that should have been obvious to me all along. And now I guess we'll never know because I'm being beaten to death with this branch. And I was on the verge of pouring my heart out to someone and finally being my true self. And here I am, axe in the back.
I guess that's the way it goes when you're just a couple of old friends working in the cabbage delivery business.
I feel like there's a lesson to be learned here.
Maybe we worked in the same business for too long. You know, people, they say they change careers more nowadays.
That's true, they do that.
They do that.
They do that. They do that.
They do.
They do that.
They totes do
that. They so do that.
Totes do that.
They do that.
Hey, how many hits would you say I've taken with this branch?
About 39.
I'm starting to feel kind of like mush, you know?
Oh, it's just wet. It's just wet slapping noises at this point.
I bet it's kind of got a little bit of crunch, but even that's kind of gone away because it's really down to the mush, you know?
I mean, the crunch is mostly gone because he splintered it so many times. It's just basically, he's basically just pummeling a pile of tapioca that's attached to his spine at this point.
Well, I'm very close to death, but I'll have you know, I couldn't think of another better platonic friend to die in front of than you, buddy.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say, is there?
I guess there's probably nothing else to say.
There's literally nothing else.
I don't even want to tell my wife I love her. Because I don't. She's not the person I love.
It's been fun.
It's been something, right?
It's been real. It's been real fun.
It's been real, it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
See, I disagree. I think it has been real fun.
Hold me, Jim.
That took multiple turns I wasn't expecting. Huh. Oh well. I hope Ronald is going to be okay. Well, kids, that's it for this year's Spookathon. I hope you had fun and that you laughed and got sick off of candy and maybe cut your mouth up on some of the razor blades I snuck in there. Tee-hee. Ain't I a stinker? Never forget, I love you.
The Sketchy Show is a Cactus Radio production. You can contact us at podcast@cactusrodeo.com. Subscribe and follow on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify, and follow Cactus Rodeo on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more entertainment and updates.